This man went to the worst place, the worst conditions, a bad slum, really bad slum, Muslim slum, of Butcher's Cave, which is supposed to be very, very low. I mean, we all know in which age we are, everybody is afraid of Muslims. And then you go not to the parents, you don't go for the males or whatever, then you go to the weakest part of society, the weakest area, so he goes to the girls. I mean, imagine a husband who is used to a humble wife and his wife saying suddenly, no, you are not right. And he knows whose fault it is. So, I mean, he has received death threats. But still he goes on and on and on.
जो दिल बड़ा तेरा तो दूर कर जहां के गम तू सारे दुख सारे मेरे यार मेरे प्यार। जिंदगी में जीने के लिए चाहिए जो रंग उन रंगों को लाया हूँ मैं, मुझसे ले लो। जिंदगी है क्या, है ये प्यार क्या, मौत भी है क्या, आत्मा को खुश करने के लिए हो सारे तेरे काम। जो भी है मेरा आज से तेरा, खुराक भी तेरा, बेचूंगा नहीं, मांगो प्यार से दिल से दूंगा मैं। लबों पे सत्य हो, विश्वास मन में हो, प्यार दिल में हो, ऐसे जीने से दूर होंगे गम, मुक्त होंगे हम। हम मनुष्य हैं, दुर्लभ ये जन्म है, इसको खोना ना, आओ प्रण करे, स्वधर्मी होंगे हम, स्वदेशी अपने कर्म। जो दिल बड़ा तेरा तो दूर कर जहां के गम तू सारे दुख सारे मेरे यार मेरे प्यार, मेरे यार मेरे प्यार।
And sometimes I think it's a good thing, other times I think it isn't.
What do you think about people that live in nursing homes, the elderly people?
Well, sometimes there's no other way of living for people who are disabled or very old. And sometimes I think it's a good thing, other times I think it isn't.
We talked enough, we sang enough, we planned enough and we cried enough. Still the world didn't heal. Yeah, yeah. Still we live in pain. yes. Still the world in tears. Heal it. Still we live in pain. We live in pain. We talked enough, we sang enough, we planned enough and we cried enough. Still the world in tears. Hold on. Still we live in pain. Betha. Still the world in tears. Ayo. Still we live in pain. Why? Are you sure all the children are and will be safe in the world we are too busy making for them? Or you just don't care, or you can't do that? Are you sure no one will stray away your child's truthful dreams while you continue to hurt someone, somewhere, in some way? Or you just don't care, or you can't do that? Are you sure your grandson won't blame you for doing all the things for which he has to pay by his own life in the future? Or you just don't care, or you'd want to care from now? We talked enough, we sang enough, we planned enough and we cried enough. Still the world in tears. Hold on. Still we live in pain. Betha. Still the world in tears. Still we live in pain. Will you leave behind enough oxygen for all your future generations while you watch the cutting down of all the rainforests from your centrally air-conditioned homes? Or you just don't care, or you can't do dare? Will you be serving humanity by switching off all the lights as you go out of here while you cannot do without all the luxuries and your huge buying list? Or you just don't care, or you can't do dare? Will you ever heal the world singing in the best arenas and parties on earth while you are enslaved by the desire of every pleasure that comes at a cost? Or you just don't care, or you'd want to care from now? We talked enough, we sang enough, we planned enough and we cried enough. Still the world in tears. Hold on. Still we live in pain. Betha. Still the world in tears. Still we live in pain. So, you can impress God just by praying on namaz or even pujas, while you can't accept others who are different than what you are told is to be right. Or you just don't care, or you get to dare. So by running for happiness and pleasure, you can get them both, while you sneak away from all the sufferings that comes by to make you grow for both. Or you just don't care. So, you heal the world by doing social work, arranging seminars and shouting human rights, while you pleasure yourself with exotic wine dine stays on the taxpayers' and donors' money? Or you just don't care, or you'd want to care from now? We talked enough, we sang enough, we planned enough and we cried enough. Still the world in tears. Hold on. Still we live in pain. Still the world in tears. Still we live in pain. Are you sure you can genuinely claim to love all the fishes, animals and birds while you can't stop eating or using the parts of their dead bodies? Or you just don't care, or you can't do dare? Are you sure no more wars will kill those whom you love while you have wars going on in your own little hearts? Or you just don't care? And are you sure you can solve all the problems of the world and fill it with love while you do loveless charities, give alms and feel pity for your own fellow beings? Or you just don't care, or you'd want to start to love real love? Let's not just stop, let's not just sing, let's not just plan, and let's stop to cry. Come to me, I'll tell you how. Let's not just stop, let's not just sing, let's not just plan, and let's stop to cry. You're welcome to our home, and then we'll do for the world. We'll heal all its pain. Not once again, many times. We'll do for the world. We'll heal all its pain. Forget charity, let's give love, real love. We'll do for the world. We'll heal all its pain. Okay, let's stop it here and let's be out to do. We'll do for the world. We'll heal all its pain. Real love. Give it and you will get it. प्यार दो, प्यार लो, मगर देखना वो असली हो. दिलेई पाबे आशोल भालोबाशा.
Do you think people want to see the reality?
People don't get fed up of reality.
Right.
So they want an escape.
Escape.
And this is where the prophetic role of any individual human being comes. The prophetic role, which only very few people can play that role. For that we have to be sensitive ourselves, that we have to know what is our mission in life. So very few people have got that knowledge of what is my mission in life. Why did God put me on this earth? What is my responsibility on this earth? If I am a child of God, if we are children of God, what are we supposed to be doing? Am I my brother's keeper?
You have one Indian who is very well educated, knowing what's going on, like I don't know, just the ordinary things. Then he has much experience with the Westerner. I mean, the core question is like what is in his heart, what is in his soul, what is his driving force.
I read all the reviews from the different critics in different film festivals all over the world. I hadn't been there and I hadn't met anyone, but I was really happy and proud that he really got it together.
খাঁচা খুলে সে পাখি কোনখানে পালায়.
Some people have a very vivid first impression of Korak because he looks different than I think most Indians would like to accept as normal.
When he came for the first time to my house, I never thought a person who could make a film. Like, he was not the sort.
খাঁচার ভিতর চিন পাখি কেমনে আসে যায়.
His expressions were so clean and simple that I thought this boy is talking sense.
I found that it was like a deliberate choice, that the choice of dress that he has taken upon himself, which is sort of a blending of both the north and the south of India.
I met Korak in September of 2000, and at that time I wanted to work with somebody or some group that was trying to do something good in the world. I've worked with many groups. In each of the groups, they were doing something good, but the leaders of those groups, there was always something missing in them. For example, many of the leaders of the groups that I was working with, many of them had to take a salary for their work. And so I felt that their motives were not sincere in helping people. Other groups that I was working with, people would work hard, but then they would take Saturday and Sunday off. And so they always needed time for vacations and holidays. And again, I thought their motives were lacking. Again, other groups, the leaders would work hard for 3 or 4 years, and then they would get tired and they had to move on to another organization, or they quit, they gave up. So I never found a group that did something very good for people, worked really hard, they took no salary, and they were very dedicated. And when I met Korak, I felt those things right away. He was a young person like me back in 2000, and he was working so hard. And I felt that he was the most dedicated person I've ever met, and he didn't say a word. I just felt it in the way he was working. And then I also knew that Even though he worked harder than everybody else, he never took a day off, he never complained about being sick, and he never took any salary for his work. And so whenever I felt that, I knew that something special was happening with Korak. He was genuine, hardworking, and I wanted to be a part of that.
The film My Karma, it is a person's karma in his life. It is not this life only, it is beyond that. And that beyondness in the film he could create, because I saw the film, it is coming out from his heart, from the core of his heart, which may be in his mind for ages. It may be mind for maybe in his past life, I don't know. A person of his age could never think of, I don't know, unless some prophet might be there, but a common man, like a person who is born and brought up in a middle class society, he could come out with that kind of ideas like My Karma.
কেউ ভোগে কর্মে দোষে আবার কেউ দেখো নিজ কর্ম করে
Is there a big crowd around watching?
Yeah, it's a big crowd and everything. Everybody, everybody is thinking, is it real? Is it real patient, leprosy patient?
ছাড়ো বন্ধু আমি
outside, I think, so I remained back to see what the film was about. It was almost ending. So I stayed back and talked to the director and asked about questions about the film and things like that. And I said, this film is something very unique and we could do something with it. So I told him I'll help you with this film.
Mother Teresa's first love. I mean, you work there and he worked there, and like you see his smile and you see him all the time running around, and it's like, there's something special going on.
Yes.
Okay, we're ready to shoot?
It's like, I believe that out of the 5 senses which we have, all the senses can be wrong. What we see can be wrong, what we hear can be wrong, but the sense of touch, this thing, can't be wrong.
Then I came to know about this group called Amar Niche and what Korak is doing and how they are involved in very many things for rural people, for poor people, marginalized people, and that Amar Niche, that idea, that concept struck me because it is something different. Amar means mine. Niche, my own. That means not somebody else's, but my own. What I can give.
अमर नीचे में सबसे अच्छा चीज़ जो है वो मिस्टर कुराक डे का प्यार।
कैसा प्यार? मतलब प्यार बहुत है, कैसा?
Oh God! क्या ये बताना जरूरी है?
नहीं बताना। आपको क्या लगा यहाँ? मतलब क्या सबसे अलग क्या लगा?
उनका अपनापन जो है ना, वो जो किसी से प्यार करते हैं ना, सच में एकदम टूट के प्यार करते हैं, जो जिसको कभी भी मरते मर जाएंगे लेकिन कभी भी हम भुला नहीं पाएंगे उनका प्यार को, चाहे वो कुछ भी कर। हम ये नहीं बोले कि वो मेरे ऊपर एहसान किए, ये बोल के ना अपने आप को छोटा कर देंगे, ये कभी भी नहीं भूलेंगे कि वो एहसान किए। हाँ, वो मेरे ऊपर एक इतना इतना मेरा मदद किए, बहुत ही मदद किए, जो शायद हम तो अपने आप को समझते थे कि हम कुछ भी नहीं है, बस घर के चार दीवारी में ना सब कुछ, पूरी दुनिया में चार दीवारी है.
And here's Korak between two worlds, and this is the amazing thing, like, because it's not so bound on locations anymore. It's really a worldwide thing now.
Life and death are two most important things, and we can understand life by understanding death, by understanding sufferings, by understanding pains, by understanding death, by understanding all the things which are supposed to be thrown out in life in the modern world. By understanding and getting in resonance with the same frequency with them, then you can understand the other extremes. In this world, people are always running behind good things, so they will never get good things. They never get good things. They get pleasures, but they don't get joy. So the pleasure finishes after some time, but the joy continues.
I met Korak way back in 1996 when I was heading an institute called Satyajit Ray Film and Television Institute as a dean. Our group, we had rather decided that we should take him because he is a different kind of man. He is a man who searches for the thing which hardly anybody thinks of. So I was very much amazed to see such person. So we all discussed. We said we should take him.
He's doing now this work for some years, and I mean it's like heading into one direction, and he's going further and further. And I mean how far he has gone or whatever. We leave that open.
जो लोगों को प्यार करते हैं उनके साथ दिलों का ताल्लुक होता है. उनमें मतलब जो प्यार करते हैं वो दिल से करते हैं, मगर जो दया करते हैं वो अपने आप को बहुत मतलब महान समझते हैं कि या तो अपने आप को महान समझते हैं, थोड़ा अच्छा समझते हैं, और जिसके ऊपर दया करे उनको अपने से कमज़ोर समझ रहे हैं कि हमारे पास जो है उनके पास वो नहीं है तो चलो थोड़ा दे दे. मगर प्यार और दया इनमें बहुत अंतर है.
Some NGOs are come here, and the NGOs what doing or Koraks what doing, I see the difference. NGOs are doing all the jobs, Koraks doing all the jobs, but there is a basic difference. Koraks doing all the jobs with love, and based on love he doing all the jobs, and he don't tired.
उनका हमदर्दी, उनका प्यार एक ऐसा है कि वो हम लोग भुला नहीं पाएंगे. वो अजीब सा एक है. काश अपना माँ बाप भी ऐसा साथ नहीं दिया है. आज हम तुमको ये बात बता रहे हैं. मेरा शौहर भी है तो वो भी इतना साथ नहीं दिया है जैसा कि हमको सर हमको बोलते हैं कि तुम आज तक का तुम जो भी कियो, गलत की अच्छाई की जो भी की, लेकिन अब तुमको अच्छाई का रास्ता में करना. अगर तुम बुरा करोगे तो तुम्हारा 2 बच्चा है उसको ऊपर असर पड़ेगा. तुम अच्छाई करो.
बहुत मज़ा आता था, बहुत इंजॉय करते थे. अच्छे बंगाली डांस करते थे, फिर जिंगल बेल है वो करते थे. एकदम लगता था कि हाँ कहीं पे है जन्नत. हम समझते थे हम जन्नत में हैं.
हर एक को वो सच्चाई का रास्ता बताते हैं, अच्छा रास्ता दिखाते हैं, लेकिन इंसान का सोच गलत है. जो सोचता है गलत, जिसका दिमाग में गलत ख्याल रहेगा वो गलत ही सोचेगा उनके बारे में.
He started living on the footpath. I really felt, the tears came up my eyes because I never seen such a person in my life at this age. In those stretched huts, houses, small huts, pavement. You used to stay with pavement dwellers. You stay in those slums, just to feel what are their life like.
अच्छे अच्छे घर के, बड़े बड़े घर के लोगों को तो सभी, कोई भी ऐसे ये कर सकता है, कोई भी पढ़ा सकता है, कोई भी उसको प्यार कर सकता है। लेकिन मेन तो मतलब इंसानियत तो वही है ना, इंसान की इंसानियत तो वही है। जो गरीब बच्चे जो फुटपाथ पे रहते हैं, उसको अगर हम गले से लगाएं, प्यार करें, उसके लिए हम कुछ कर सकें, उसको कुछ दे सकें। हम भी पहले खुद के बारे में सोचते हैं, औरों के जैसे थे, लेकिन जब से हम आमन निजर में आए तो हमको समझ में आया कि दूसरों के लिए जीना, उसके लिए खुद को कुर्बान करना कितना इम्पोर्टेंट होता है। यही चीज़ हम कुराक सर में देखें कि वो खुद के लिए नहीं बल्कि औरों के लिए जीते, दूसरों के लिए जीते, उनकी खुशी में ही उनकी खुशी होती है।
Korak went there where it's only mud. I mean, really mud, the end of the line. And he started creating something out of it with his own hands and with his all which he has inside himself, like his feelings, his ideals or whatever, which enables him to create. He knows what a society needs.
This was my feeling which came to me, which led to all the work which I am doing, is that if I am not getting, what to do? I can't make people give me. So let me open my eyes little bit more and see around, look around. There are many people who are not getting like me, or there are many people who are not getting more than me. Maybe like you, whatever. If I don't get it, if I feel I have this need, this immense need, then I know what I need. Very simply, clearly, truly, properly, easily, fantastically, enthusiastically. I know what I need, so let me go around giving it.
Korak is always acting for others, so he doesn't show when he's facing troubles.
वो सोचते क्या करे कि दूसरे का अच्छा हो, क्या बोले कि दूसरे समझ सके, क्या बोले कि दूसरा अच्छे रास्ते में चले। सिर्फ अपने बारे में मत सोचो, जानवर भी तो अपने बारे में सोचते हैं। तो जानवर इंसान में फर्क क्या रहा? कितने का जो भलाई किए वो उनको सर को धोखा देके चल गया। सर अपना सब कुछ छोड़ के एक बच्चे की तरह, बेटा बेटी की तरह उनको रखते हैं, और फिर वो उनको धोखा देके चल जाता है। सर के ऊपर बहुत बीतता है, हम लोग खुद आँख से देखते हैं। सर कुछ दिन खाना नहीं खाते, अपने आप को कमरा में बंद रखते हैं और रोते रहते हैं बहुत। तो हम लोग को बहुत ये लगता है। फिर एक तरीका ये भी है कि अगर नहीं करेंगे तो आगे जो सर ये सतयुग बनाना चाहते हैं इस दुनिया में, वो होगा कैसे? अगर इन लोगों को नहीं पढ़ाएंगे, सब छोड़ देंगे, सब बंद करके चल जाएंगे, तो पूरा बच्चा का यहाँ पे लाइफ बिगड़ जाएगा। तो सर इसीलिए सोचते रहते हैं कि हम कोशिश करते ही रहे, कोई तो होगा जो इंसान बन जाएगा।
तुमसे है यह आशा, तुम भी बनो एक सात्विक कर्ता। बंधु तुमसे है यह आशा, तुम भी बनो एक सात्विक कर्ता। तन मन धन कर तुम अर्पण, करो मेरे बंधु राष्ट्र आराधन। तीनों लोकों में वही यश पाता, जो बन पाता है निस्वार्थ करता। यश अपयश की चिंता न करते, क्रोध में भी वो शांत ही रहते। वैष्णव जन नाम उन्हीं का है पढ़ता, आजीवन जो सात्विक रहता। हृदय में अग्नि सत्यनिष्ठ की, सर पर बर्फ हो शांत चित्त की। सूर्य की भांति जग हित में जलना, सात्विक तुम्हारा रहे कर्मों का आईना। दीनों के प्रति माँ की ममता, सब दुखी जन के दुख वो हरता। बंधु तुमसे है यह आशा, तुम भी बनो एक सात्विक करता। तन मन धन कर तुम अर्पण, करो मेरे बंधु राष्ट्र आराधन। बंधु तुमसे है यह आशा, तुम भी बनो एक सात्विक करता। तुम भी बनो एक सात्विक करता।
Child is never really taught anything. He observes and learns. And therefore the kind of environment you put a child into is what really ultimately matters. Because children don't choose to be in their environment. Those environments are created. Children are from those environments when there is corruption, when there is violence, when there is lack or erosion of basic ethics. I think one of the things that can be done is to create another alternate universe for the child, where the child can actually learn that there is an alternate possibility as well, and create that environment where the child can actually live the ethical, the moral, the good.
क्यों? लड़कों को क्यों बाहर निकलना चाहिए? लड़कियां भी निकल सकती हैं। लड़कों को इतनी आज़ादी क्यों मिलती है? लड़कियों को भी तो मिल सकती है। दोनों को बराबर हक मिलना चाहिए। इसलिए एम्स में हम लड़कियां लड़कों दोनों को बराबर हक मिलता है। इसलिए हमें एम्स में आकर बहुत अच्छा लगा।
That's the maximum you can do for a child. Because after all of that, after knowing what is good and moral, after knowing what is ethical, after being in a situation where those things can actually be practiced in real life, if a child still decides not to bother with it, not to follow it, etc., there is very little that you can actually do.
Are difficult to enumerate. I think foremost is that he is not bothered about anyone. We are bothered about what we eat, what we wear, what we do, how we talk, how we don't talk, but he is not bothered. He just like a childlike innocence, he does whatever he wants to do. And that is the reason he is able to do what he is doing. Korak has taken the worst of the things possible in the worldly context, not in the spiritual context. He's taken the most difficult canvas, most difficult pen, the most difficult scenario, and is painting it. And I think that itself is a great thing.
We must learn to accept what we have got. If I am thinking in a different way than the rest of the world, it's not a handicap. But the society around will try to make me think that it's a handicap. But I have to feel it, I have to know, I have to have this strength that it is not a handicap. Because we talk about God or we talk about these things, about this power and all these things, but we actually don't have faith in God. Because if we believe in God, then God knows that you have that so-called thing which is different from others, because everything happens by the desire of, by the will of God. That person with that thing which people call handicap, that person has a special thing. That's what I talked about, these black diamonds. Black diamonds are much more precious than the white diamonds. You know, it's external diamond, but black diamonds are what we have are inside our soul.
Kali Yuga is linked to the matrix of money. So maybe it's time to find a new matrix which connects people, which is interconnecting. Korak heads for a new matrix. He goes for love.
I love you. I love you. Aku yatara. I love you. I love you.
बाबा
तुम जब बड़े हो जाओगे आओगे मेरे पास? हाँ? आओगे?
Papa ka Papa ka
Now I quote Korak, like, it's not so difficult, like trying to find the mistakes or the bad things within oneself and trying to find the good things in the other one. Like, this is the way love grows and not the other way around.
Most of such places that I have been to, I can see the distinct difference between the doer and the done. The destitute staying at a place are made to feel that they are being fed upon or they are being feeded. But here it was all one. Suppose there is a teacher coming there or there is a cook coming there. They are not treated as if they are the doers. They are treated as maybe they are not important. The destitutes, so-called destitutes or the children are more important, are more part of the family.
आवन नीचे जो एक ऐसा जगह है जहाँ पे वो जन्नत का बीज मतलब बनाने का कोशिश हो रहा है। इंसान को मतलब बहुत प्यार करता है, जिसे निस्वार्थ प्यार, वो किसी को भी प्यार कर सकता है, कोई भी हो, गरीब अमीर गैर मजहब, वो सबको अपना लेता है, ऐसा कि उसका बहुत वो अपना है।
उनकी आंखों में जो सच्चाई है, मुझे लगता है कि जन्नत जरूर एक दिन कामयाब होगा दुनिया में।
आज से कभी भी झूठ नहीं बोलेंगे।
आज से कभी भी झूठ नहीं बोलेंगे।
और सच बोलने की कोशिश करेंगे। और दुनिया के लिए अच्छा ही सोचेंगे। और अच्छा ही करने की कोशिश करेंगे। किसी का बुरा नहीं करेंगे।
So at least you have one person who has dedicated his life like a motor, like an engine, not thinking about himself. Like maybe God has created this motor to put there at the end of the line, which is running constantly.
He has changed the meaning of definition of everything. How to live, how not to live, how to wear, how not to wear, what to eat, how to love, how not to love. He has his own definition. And I think that creativity in him, to me that would be successful.
He is a kind of icon, a kind of, I mean, where you can look at him and say, oh, I want to be like him.
We fall when bad things happen to us. But we just don't realize that this bad thing is happening. It's like clearing the way for a good thing. If I have grown, I see the whole world growing with me. If I have not grown, I see all the bad things in this world. Bad things are not there in the world. Bad things are there inside me.
He told me his father is Mahatma Gandhi and his mother is Mother Teresa. So he keeps those two as his parents there. You know, it's very, very, very dear combinations.
Absolutely.
Any more success that he would
want to have, or anyone else would want him to have, can come only by spreading around more. And to spread around more, he'll have to talk to more people, tell more people about what he's achieved, and that I think itself beats the very nature of the way he works. It's a catch-22 situation.
There's two things. One is finishing the job, and one is doing it with all the love. The way the things are the most difficult, you know that there it is. Whatever you are looking for, whatever you are searching. I want to be true to myself and to God. And I know that if I am true to myself and God, one day people will realize it.
It's something which is absolutely selfless, and it's something which requires a lot of inner strength. I mean, it's you forget yourself. I mean, that is how it is supposed to be. Because Korak has been doing that. And this is, I think, the way he's been working at it, he's bound to be successful.
मुझको मेरे प्यार पर है यकीन, प्यार के स्वीकार पर है यकीन। मुझको मेरे प्यार पर है यकीन, प्यार के स्वीकार पर है यकीन। I have all the faith in my love, that one day you will feel my love. I have all the faith in my love, that one day you will feel my love. तेरा रह जाए किसी हालत में कच्चा, जो चाहेगा कर पाएगा गर तू होगा सच्चा। प्यार न तेरा रह जाए किसी हालत में कच्चा, जो चाहेगा कर पाएगा गर तू होगा सच्चा। मुझको मेरे प्यार पर है यकीन, प्यार के स्वीकार पर है यकीन। तुझको तेरे प्यार पर क्या है यकीन, जो नहीं है तो इस पल से कर ले यकीन। तुझको तेरे प्यार पर क्या है यकीन, जो नहीं है तो इस पल से कर ले यकीन। I have all the faith in my love, that one day you will feel my love. की खातिर जो मरते हैं वो जीते नहीं, प्यार की खातिर जो जीते हैं वो मरते नहीं। प्यार की खातिर जो मरते हैं वो जीते नहीं, प्यार की खातिर जो जीते हैं वो मरते नहीं। प्यार में जो खुद को मिटा ना सका, इस जगत में वो खुद को ना पा सका। प्यार में जो खुद को मिटा ना सका। इस जगत में वो खुद को ना पा सका। So many came and so many left this world, but all true lovers have become immortal. So many came and so many left this world, but all true lovers have become immortal. मुझको मेरे प्यार पर है यकीन, प्यार के स्वीकार पर है यकीन। I have all the faith in my love, that one day you will feel my love. आए गए हैं कितने लोग इस जहान में, आए गए हैं कितने लोग इस जहान में, लेकिन प्यार करने वाले हो गए हैं अमर, हो गए हैं अमर। लेकिन प्यार करने वाले हो गए हैं अमर। आए गए हैं कितने लोग इस जहान में, लेकिन प्यार करने वाले हो गए हैं अमर, हो गए हैं अमर। आत्मा को खुश करने के लिए हो सारे तेरे काम, जो भी है मेरा आज से तेरा, खुराक भी तेरा, बेचूंगा नहीं, मांगो प्यार से दिल से दूंगा मैं। लबों पे सत्य हो, विश्वास मन में हो, प्यार दिल में हो, ऐसे जीने से दूर होंगे गम, मुक्त होंगे हम। हम मनुष्य हैं, दुर्लभ ये जन्म है, इसको खोना ना, आओ प्रण करे, स्वधर्मी होंगे हम, स्वदेशी अपने कर्म। जो दिल बड़ा तेरा तो दूर कर जहाँ के गम, तू सारे दुख सारे, मेरे यार मेरे प्यार, मेरे यार मेरे प्यार।